Hey guys, this is Dave Miller, and today I have the one and only David Miller with me. I'm going to be interviewing him, so welcome to the show. So first question, Dave, what does cricket mean to you?
Yeah, I think cricket, for me, it's my life, it's my profession, and it's something that I've absolutely loved. It's given me everything, that I have today. Apart from my obviously support from my family and the values that I stand for, but in life, cricket's taken me through the world, met so many different people. It's been an incredible experience to have met so many different people that I have and traveled the world. For me, I've always loved sport and being competitive. So in order to perform at the highest level, that's I'm ultimately being extremely competitive, and I love that. I love wanting to win and challenging myself on the field.
So if I had to take cricket out of your life for a couple of weeks or months, would you struggle?
Yeah, I've probably been tested that already with the lockdown in South Africa last year with COVID. And it was quite challenging. I felt sort of the first couple of weeks I felt quite hollow and aimless. I was just sort of like had no purpose in a sense. So I think it was quite a good thing with lockdown, just giving you a bit of different dynamics to just gives you something different to think about. So it was challenging, but as humans we always adapt and we find a way to work through those things.
Okay, so talk to me about your best innings ever and why that was so special.
Probably the 100 against Australia in Durban.
Okay.
I think it was 118 not out. We were chasing 370 something and we were in a little bit of trouble. And I went into bat not necessarily thinking we were going to win the game, just sort of batted and went at my own pace and believable and chaseable. And then we realised sort of with 100 runs to go that the game is on here. So ended up winning the game, being not out at the end. For me, that was, being a middle order batsman, that's what you live for. Those moments and those rewards are so high. So that's definitely one of my highlight international 100.
Okay, so saying you enjoy finishing off games, what would you rather take? 100 and out, or 60 and not out, and win the game?
Putting me in a hard spot here. I think a century is always just something that is you sort of mould yourself around, is milestones and stuff like that, 50s and 100s and stuff like that. But I think if you're going to win a game for your team and it comes down to a World Cup semi-final or final, and you score 60 not out, 70 not out, I'll definitely take that over 100.
Okay, cool. Is there one particular thing that you would want to change about yourself?
To change something, I would never want to change anything.
Well said.
This is who I am. This is who I am. Well, there we go. This is who I am. This is who we are.
I do like that. I know we are pretty perfect. Did you create something else in this?
I think you always want to add to your life and improve and better. But to change something, I wouldn't want to change anything.
I like that you said that we're perfect. I think you're pretty spot on there. Next question, what's been the funniest incident with any fans?
I must be honest, you get some strange requests with fans. There was one incident in South Africa where we had a signing session, obviously signing the particular books or cricket bats and hands and all these kind of things, and the one child bought a little Jack Russell, and I had to sign the Jack Russell, the dog. I had to sign the dog.
A dog?
So for me that was like quite a strange request, but this is definitely for me one of the funniest things. It hasn't been an encounter with a fan, but to sign a dog is quite strange.
That is the most bizarre fan incident ever. But anyway, moving on swiftly from that one. What is the highest and lowest points of your career?
Probably the highest point of my career Most enjoyable tour I've ever been on was definitely the 2015 World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. We just had an incredible team, an incredible time off the field, on the field, and yeah, I really enjoyed that period of my career. Leading up to that World Cup, we won many series and trophies and stuff like that, and yeah, it was obviously very close in the semi-final. It was a great semi-final, but we came up short there. But definitely the highlight of my career. And then yeah, the low point, probably a year or 2 years later from there, I can't remember the year, but it was 1 or 2 years later, ended up getting dropped. I'd been a permanent fixture in the South African side for a number of years, and basically I got dropped after 1 or 2 bad series, and I then went to the A side in Australia, and I didn't start off too well there. I made 2, and literally going back to the change room, and I was considering like literally calling it a day. I was that like frustrated, and I was just like, there was so many things going through my brain at the time, and it was just, you know how one gets when they in a dark space and the emotions take over. So yeah, and then slowly pulled myself towards myself. 𝗠𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗿 was actually on that tour with us, and he just had 1 or 2 words with me in the change room and sort of calmed me down a bit. And yeah, we worked on a few things that tour, and you know, I then scored a 90, 100, and another 50. And I ended up getting leading run scorer of that series. And I was back in the Proteas team, so it just changed very quickly. But that period for about a year, it was a dark time.
Some deep stuff there, some really good stuff as well. Okay, so final question here, Dave. What is the one piece of advice that you would give yourself for the rest of 2021?
Embrace the fact that I've just stuck to the saying of be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and for me that's I think it's going to stick for me for the rest of the year.
I actually came up with that line, but I do like that, and it definitely will stick with us for the rest of 2021. Perfect. Thanks very much, Dave. Thanks for your time. I mean, I know it's a busy schedule you have. And get home safely, travel safely, wear your masks, and always sanitize. But more importantly, rest up while at home, and take it easy. 𝗍𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗿². Shot, Dave. Next time, be nicer.
Thank you very much, and same to you.